Regan for Morris Phelan. Alpha Victor then for Phil Kinsey.
Herdsman Brian Hughes, Brian Ellison 12-1, Count Guido Dero, Ryan Hatch.
For today we got Shotgun Paddy leading the field. Emma Lavelle trains, Darryl Jacob rides. Wick Hill, Tom Cannon rides for Bridgie. Portrait King, Dennis O'Regan for Morris Phelan. Alpha Victor then for Phil Kinsey.
Herdsman Brian Hughes, Brian Ellison 12-1, Count Guido Dero, Ryan Hatch, Nigel Twiston Davis 14-1. Move on down quickly for you. Wicklow Lad, Stephen Mulqueen is a 66-1 shot for Nick Alexander. Shani Syke, John Kington, Stuart Coltherd at 33-1. And the last page, the Neptunix Quester brings up the bottom of the handicap for Sandy Thompson, whose horses are running really well at the minute.
They are, and I think you'll get yourself into trouble.
Knockanrawley is a horse, a youngish horse, just a 7-year-old, not had that much experience, but he's a horse that's run so far as though a marathon distance will suit him. If his jumping holds up, he could be interesting as well.
Could we give Wick Hill a chance of going back-to-back, Jim?
Yeah, he stays well, and David Bridgewater is actually having a really good season. 23 winners at 16% is a very good effort, but he is, what, £8 higher than last year? It's quite a lot.
And I think it's a much deeper race this year than it was last year. There's a case can be made for, you know, plenty of these. Before all, he ran well behind Le Rêve, a horse who's very interesting for our big race here.
And one other point, Alpha Victor, well tipped out by Paul Keeley, was a very shrewd judge in the weekend. Just watch him at the start. He can be funny. He has refused to race twice, but he looks to be walking forward fine at the minute.
And as well, it's amazing that you can see them. They're all in a line. It's going to be a cavalry charge down to the first, and Gareth Topham is the man who's going to call them home.
Got them in quite a good line at the moment. So the 18-strong field, all the while approaching the start. And they are off, racing for the Betfred Eider of 2015. 4 miles, 1 furlong ahead of them, and they've got 25 fences to cross. Early on, a dash to the first fence with Count Guido Dero going to land just about in front. They're all safely over the first, and it is Count Guido Dero who will lead them back towards home for the first of 3 times. He's about a length or so ahead over Woodford County with the white face racing in a second, and then last year's winner Wick Hill in the JP McManus colours to the inside in third. Then chases before all from Shani Syke out a bit wider as they come into the home straight and square up now to their first open ditch. Count Guido Dero jumps it well there to Woodford County. Bad blunder by Scotswell. Scotswell in the light blue colours in mid-division. Did well to survive that. James Reevely sat tight as they now head on towards the third. Count Guido Dero from Woodford County, the leader, in a little close. And then follows Shani Syke rattling before all in a sheepskin noseband. Wick Hill up the fence. In the first of the greys, Knockanrawley, there are several. Knockanrawley in advance of Scotswell as they tackle another. Then the favourite Shotgun Paddy, dark blue and white colours in mid-division, buried away over to the inside. In advance narrowly of Milborough, then Fill the Power as they come to the fence, which in 2 further circuits will be their last. The leader put in a spring heel jump there. Among the back markers early on are Herdsman Tuchek, Alpha Victor, Neptuna Quester, Portrait King and Summery Justice, the back marker, about 12 lengths off Count Guido Dero, who sets the pace. So they've got a couple more circuits ahead of them in this marathon contest. And it is Count Guido Dero and Ryan Hatch, who shows by 3 parts of a length over Woodford County, who races in second. A little wider out on the track in third is Shani Syke, who's registered plenty of success here at Newcastle in the past, albeit over a shorter trip. Then Wick Hill up along the inside of Before All and Rattling. Knockanrawley is following those in the blue and white Diablo, the grey horse. That one racing ahead of Scotswell, the North Yorkshire Grand National winner from last time out. Shotgun Paddy is towards the inside. Fill the Power is out wider on the track in company with Milborough. Alpha Victor, who's now in red and blue with a white cap, is well down the ruck in company with Tuchek as they take the next fence. Wick Hill's gone! Wick Hill is a faller and badly hampered the other former winner of the race, Portrait King, who had to almost show jump him there, and he managed to survive Portrait King, but Wick Hill didn't, and Wick Hill and Tom Cannon are out of the Betfred Eider chase at a pretty early stage. So left-handed they head into the back straight, and on the front end it is still Count Guido Dero out of trouble, leading up by about a neck. Over in second position at Woodford County, and then Shani Syke, who travels nicely to the outside in the blue and grey. Another 1.5 away to Ratlin, then Scotswell, who's edged a bit nearer now to the inside of Before All taking that safely. Portrait King might have just had his confidence checked a little bit at that previous obstacle. He wasn't too convincing at the next. Reaching an open ditch though now, and Ratlin has gone and seats the rider, badly hampers Tuchek. So we've lost Ratlin there, who blundered Callum Bewley away. Quickly on to the next, and it was Shani Syke who came up towards the outside of Count Guido Darrow, much more strung out now than what they were, with not too far away Woodford County. This trio are about 4 to 5 lengths ahead of Scotswell, then Before All from Knockanrawley, Milborough, then Shotgun Paddy, who is still in mid-pack as they come up and over the next, and Count Guido Darrow continuing to jump boldly up at the head of affairs, and once again the whole field lands safely. A new back marker now, Neptune Aquesta, the Borders National hero, would be now all of 25 lengths off the leading pair, who take the next fence in unison. Shani Syke and Count Guido Darrow. Milborough not too clever at it that time, but once again they all survive as they now work their way left-handed back towards the home straight, and the next fence will be an open ditch. It's number 12 of 25, signalling that they are nearly at the halfway stage of the 2015 Betfred Eider chase. Count Guido Darrow is leading them in by about 2 lengths, stretches on again to Shani Syke in second. The white-faced at Woodford County running in third has always been prominent as they tackle this one. Then Scotswell from Before All, Knockanrawley. Shotgun Paddy over to the inside, and then Milborough. Further back to Summery Justice, Phil the Power. Herdsman, a red cap, well down the field, just getting a shake of the reins. Then Alpha Victor from Wicklow Lad, Tuchek as they cross that, and then Portrait King and Neptune Aquesta is a few lengths adrift of those in last place. A few mid-race reminders there from Andrew Thornton, administered to Knockanrawley. Over the next one they come, and all landing safely enough. Again, not too convinced by the jump which was put in by Portrait King, but the grey is closing up under Dennis O'Regan to the inside as they now tackle the fence, which next time will be their last, and plenty of them continue on here, and they all take that one safely. So a circuit left to travel in the Betfred Eider chase, and with the advantage pretty close at this stage, Count Guido Darrow, the hoop jacket along the inside of Shani Syke. 1.5 back to in third Woodford County, Scotswell to the rails. Further back to find Knockanrawley, who has responded for those earlier urgings. Then chases Before All in advance of Milborough. Phil the Power in black and yellow colours travelling quite well. Summery Justice is working wide of him. Alan Corley, his only mount here today. Then Shotgun Paddy and Portrait King, a couple of the big guns, beginning to edge into the action a bit more now. Portrait King just gets a shake of the reins though, and this is the part of the track on the previous circuit where of course he was put off. Back in the ruck then to find Alpha Victor. Herdsman is pretty hard at work, and likewise Neptune Aquesta. Still loads of chances though as they now come to the 16th of 25. And it was Shani Syke who came through for a definite lead. Shotgun Paddy's gone. Shotgun Paddy has got rid of Daryl Jacob at that fence. That fence really has proved trouble for a couple of the big guns in this race. So Shotgun Paddy is out of the Eider. They turn left-handed now into the back straight, and they've got from here 10 furlongs left to travel. So pretty much 3/4 of the way through. They will be in a few moments' time anyway. And up ahead, it is Shani Syke looking to last this out. From along the inside, Count Guido Darrow, then Woodford County from Knockanrawley, who travels all right now. As they tackle the first fence going down the side, Knockanrawley belted it quite hard. Scotswell is along the inside. Milborough's beginning to creep closer. Black, white and red colours. And then chases Phil the Power out a bit deeper as they come up and over the penultimate ditch. And watching the rest of the field clamber on over that, all landing safely. A reminder up ahead there for Shani Syke. He's giving a bold show. About 3/4 of a length ahead there to Knockanrawley in a second spot. Within third Woodford County, 4 lengths away to Milborough, who continues to catch the eye. Further back then to Count Guido Darrow, who now appears to be beating a bit of a retreat. Summery Justice with white sleeves is beginning to edge a bit closer. Then Phil the Power from Scotswell. Before All, Portrait King with loads on as they tackle the next one. The leader in a bit close there, Shani Syke, but got away with it, and it looks as if it was Count Guido Darrow who he lost there. The long-time leader blundered away the rider. So they're galloping on left-handed now and on towards the end of the far straight and tackling 5 out. Shani Syke, not a great jump. He's put in better jumps than that on the round. He leads up by about 3/4 of a length as they're now making the left-handed run back for home. Woodford County is in second. Knockanrawley, Andrew Thornton on the outside. He's been working hard for a while. Then Milborough, who's now up into 4th place. Summery Justice will swing in 5th, a little way ahead of Fill the Power. And then Neptune Aquesta, who's picking rivals off one by one as they straighten up for home. Under a half-mile left to go. The final open ditch in front of them. They fought a jump in the Eider. Shani Syke, perhaps coming to the end of his tether. Along the inside, Milborough joining issue now. With to the outside, Woodford County. About 7 or 8 lengths opening up to Knockanrawley in 4th, and then Summery Justice as they come towards the 3rd last. Milborough's in front. Milborough by about 2 lengths there to Woodford County in 2nd, who's trying hard to come back. Shani Syke's stamina appears to be ebbing away, is about to be pressed and passed by Summery Justice, who's staying on together with Knockanrawley. It's not quite over yet. A blunder there from Woodford County. The leader is Milborough. It's Summery Justice who goes off in pursuit in the hands of Alan Corley as they approach the 25th and final fence in the Betfred Eider. Milborough, it's going to be a long last furlong for him, but he jumps the last better than in 2nd place Summery Justice. That blunder could have been costly. Milborough's 2 lengths ahead. Summery Justice trying hard. The line is on the approach. It is Milborough who shows the way, and Milborough stays on strongly to take the Betfred Eider. From in 2nd place Summery Justice, they came clear over Woodford County in 3rd, Knockanrawley in 4th. Further back to Shani Syke, who ran bravely. Further back then to find Fill the Power, Neptune Aquesta, Wicklow Lad. Portrait King was one of the last to cross the line, if not the last.
Well, Graham Waters, £5 conditional rider. Great ride he's given Milborough. Last time we saw him in action, he came down at Catterick and he ended on Sean Bowen's season, or certainly put a stop to it temporarily, but he was pretty good today, Mick.
He was very good today, and you know, he's just getting a bit lonely in front, isn't he? And Graham's kept him up to his work. And Summery Justice threw down a determined challenge, but Squeak Qualley rides him. He was desperate for a stride to be there at the last. No stride. It just cost him momentum, and for a second you thought he might mug him here, but the other horse has actually picked up when he's got some company. But they pulled a long way clear of the 3rd. They went hard here, Jim, from a